you fact up. Fresh news every day.
Russia is sending threats to America. Washington is responding. A nuclear submarine is already on duty off the Russian coast. The country is preparing for war. The Pentagon said it is starting preparations for war. Why and what are the details? America is descending into chaos. The White House has declared a shutdown. Americans are at risk of being left without benefits. China is demonstrating force. A hypersonic missile is breaking borders. The world is worried. Will America have time to respond? Revolt in Europe. Members of Parliament are demanding a change of government. Von der Leyen has been called tiresome. $70 billion is being invested in America. Who and why? Attack on Europe. NATO military aircraft comes under fire. The world is in shock. Who is behind the attack? Donald Trump, speaking at a domestic military summit, declared that the United States had received a direct threat from Moscow. He said the White House viewed the Kremlin's rhetoric as an attempt at pressure, and in response, Trump sent a strategic nuclear submarine.
I moved a submarine or two, I won't say about the two, over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful.
Also, during his speech, the president stated that America has much better submarines than Russia.
We have better, we have newer, but it's something we don't ever want to even have to think about. But when somebody mentions it, that submarine started immediately thereafter. And it's just lurking, but I'm sure we're not going to have to use it. But it's an amazing, it's undetectable, totally. Ours is, theirs isn't. Theirs are totally detectable. We can detect them easily. We go right to the spot. But we have genius apparatus that doesn't allow detection. It doesn't allow detection at all by anybody above water or below water. It's incredible. We're way ahead of everybody in that and other things.
Do you think Donald Trump's post-election decisions were right, or should they have been made? Let us know in the comments. The president also stated that the country will improve its nuclear system.
I rebuilt our nuclear, as you probably know, but we'll upgrade that also and just hope we never have to use it. We have to hope we never have to use it.
Donald Trump made this statement against the backdrop of an impending threat across the world from Russia. America has come to a standstill. At 11:59 p.m., the U.S. federal government officially went into shutdown. Congress failed to reach an agreement on the budget, leaving thousands of government workers unemployed, agencies suspended, and some social programs suspended. Memorandum to the heads of executive departments and agencies. Appropriations provided under the Full-Year Continuing Appropriations and Extensions Act 2025 Public Law 119-4 expire at 11:59 p.m. tonight. On September 19, the House of Representatives passed H.R. 5371. A clean continuing resolution that would fund the government through November 21. Unfortunately, Democrat senators are blocking passage of H.R. 5371 inches the Senate due to Democrats' insane policy demands, which include $1 trillion in new spending. President Trump supports passage of H.R. 5371, but it is now clear that Democrats will prevent passage of this clean CR prior to 11:59 p.m. tonight and force a government shutdown. As such, affected agencies should now execute their plans for an orderly shutdown. It is unclear how long Democrats will maintain their untenable posture, making the duration of the shutdown difficult to predict. Regardless, employees should report to work for their next regularly scheduled tour of duty to undertake orderly shutdown activities. We will issue another memorandum indicating that government functions should resume once the president has signed a bill providing for appropriations. Agencies should continue to closely monitor developments, and OMB will provide further guidance as appropriate. We greatly appreciate your cooperation and the work you and your agencies do on behalf of the American people. What do you think about this decision by the White House, and how will it affect citizens? Discussions at NATO headquarters are growing louder about the idea of creating an air defense zone over western Ukraine. This is intended to protect supply corridors and millions of civilians from missile attacks. The plan involves deploying American and European air defense systems, as well as the alliance's rapid reaction forces. The Kremlin is already sounding warnings about red lines. The world is once again holding its breath, anticipating a new round of escalation. Pharmaceutical giant Pfizer has struck a major deal with the White House.
Today, Pfizer is committing to offer all of their prescription medications to Medicaid, and it will be at the most favored nation's prices. It's going to have a huge impact on bringing Medicaid costs down like nothing else. Furthermore, Pfizer will invest $70 billion to reshore domestic manufacturing facilities. In other words, they're going to bring a lot of their facilities to make their drugs and make what they make, their product. They're going to make it in the United States. I appreciate that $70 billion investment.
Pfizer Incorporated is one of the world's largest research-based pharmaceutical and biomedical companies, known for developing, manufacturing, and marketing medicines and vaccines for humans and animals. A dangerous signal from China. Beijing tested a hypersonic missile from the Wuzhai test site. It flew approximately 2,000 kilometers at a speed exceeding Mach 5. The missile type has not been officially disclosed, but analysts speculate it may be the Dongfeng 27, a little-known system capable of covering all key U.S. military bases in the Asia-Pacific region. The hypersonic glide vehicle poses a particular threat. It is virtually impossible to intercept with existing missile defense systems. It can carry either a nuclear or conventional warhead. Experts warn that China is reaching a new level of strategic pressure, and Washington and its allies will need to urgently strengthen their defenses. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Dan Kane told the American military, "Even as we seek peace, we must be prepared for war."
Global risk is on the rise. Our adversaries are no longer aligning, they are aligned. And we must align with equal resolve and unity. Even as we strive for and seek peace, we must be prepared for war.
The head of the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth, said the same thing at a meeting of American generals.
Captures a simple yet profound truth. To ensure peace, we must prepare for war. From this moment forward, the only mission of the newly restored Department of War is this: warfighting, preparing for war and preparing to win, unrelenting and uncompromising in that pursuit.
It is quite possible that at this rate Donald Trump will declare a general mobilization, as Ukraine did. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen can breathe a sigh of relief. Politico notes that the socialists and liberals are prepared to support her in the no-confidence vote. But this isn't out of any great affection, rather, it's due to a lack of alternatives. One member of parliament said bluntly, "We have no one better." Their support appears perfunctory and forced. A disturbing incident has been reported in Germany. A military aircraft was attacked with pyrotechnics during takeoff near the city of Celle in Lower Saxony. The pilots noticed a bright flash and heard a loud bang, but the aircraft was not hit. The crew immediately notified air traffic control, after which military patrols and police were dispatched to the airbase. The area was thoroughly searched, but no suspects were found. The case is currently being investigated under the article on dangerous interference with air traffic. Berlin acknowledges the threat is extremely serious. A curious incident occurred in Donald Trump's office during his response to reporters.
People weren't taking it, I would imagine. They couldn't take it. God bless you, Bobby. I hope I didn't catch COVID just there. Don't you have Paxlovid? What is it? I have it here. He's got Paxlovid. Give me a